You know, I'm starting to deal with the one thing that some wrestlers will be dealing with, that some of these new wrestlers might deal with down the line if they are given the exact same, if they're put in the exact same situation as I am. In case you guys don't know, and I'm gonna be kind of surprised if you don't, unless you're not in the community of created wrestlers. But for those of you who don't know, I am in the created wrestler community under the name Lee Anderson, nicknamed the Felon. Currently, I am in a number of promotions: Grand Prix Wrestling, Non-Stop Extreme Wrestling, GCW, Ultimate Pro Wrestling. I'm sorry there. I'm sorry there, Omari. I didn't mean to say my old company name. Wrestling Kingdom Entertainment, and probably DWW. I don't know the full name of that one is, but I'm in all them but the promotions I just named, I'm in. But what I'm talking about involves the Non-Stop Extreme Wrestling promotion. If you guys haven't followed my created character's journey, this was the second promotion he was in, and he's been in there ever since. Lee Anderson, made my debut on episode 4 in a winning effort via knockout to Austin Andrews. Did it again some weeks later at the first NXW pay-per-view of WWE 2K19, or 2K18, I'm sorry. The last pay-per-view of 2K18 being NXW Regeneration, where I beat him again, this time by pinfall. A couple of months have passed with no activity from NXW because of their reasons, and if you want to know the reasons, just watch the Super Show, and you'll know the reason. I don't need to explain it because it's not my business. But at the build-up to that show, in my third match, I was already put up in a 6-man Elimination Chamber match for the NXW Heavyweight Championship, the top prize of the promotion. In this match, I was one of the first 2 guys in the match, and I don't even know how, but I managed to overcome all the odds and walk out of that match not only world champion, but also undefeated. And I'm sorry for the thing behind me. So, not only was I world champion, but I was also, and still am, undefeated. Now, a while after that happened, when I got backstage, the hate was real. Like, I was given so much hate, especially from the guy that just lost the title. I got hate from like 4 to 6 different people, all because of this new guy came into this promotion, and not even a year in it, and he's already world champion. And I'll be honest with you guys, I agree with them. I kind of expected for my third match, if I was gonna go for a title shot of any kind, I kind of expected to go for one of the mid-card titles, truth be told. So I was like everybody else when I was put in the world title match, straight up. So I don't know what it was, but I'm guessing something. I guess I impressed or entertained the boss and the general manager enough to be put in that match. But to this day, I still kind of wonder what that is. What's going on there? But now, Ever since then, my first match as champion well, my first two matches, I should say. The first match was against Dash and Walton in an Extreme Rules non-title match. He wanted it, I gladly accepted it, because I wanted to prove to Dash and Walton that I could beat him. And I did. Even in an Extreme Rules setting, I still kicked his ass. Now, I have to potentially deal with somebody else. Tomorrow. At the time, it is, like around midnight Thursday, but it's technically early enough to say tomorrow. But anyway, tomorrow I may or may not be in a match, because the general manager wants to play that card. But in any case, it seems like my next opponent in NXW is against the worst guy when it comes to promos. In-ring skills, I'll give him credit where credit is due. He is an amazing wrestler. But for fuck's sake, Jaden Shadow, your promos are lacking. Really, really bad. I already went there before, so I'm not going there again in the locker room. But I will give out a warning. I hope everybody was watching what I did to Dash and Walton, as well as to all the new guys that was in that six-man tag that I was a part of, between me, the Cruiserweight Champion, and I believe it was the Television Champion. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it was the TV Champion and the Cruiserweight Champion teamed up with me against three new guys. Those three new guys felt the pain that I can give. Now, I'm just laying this as a nice little warning. Win or lose, may whoever I face in my next match, whenever the fuck it is, gives me a damn good fight. I don't care who it is, and quite frankly, I don't care what type of match it is. As long as you give me one hell of a good fight, win or lose, I will be happy. Even if that loss costs me being undefeated, so be it. I'm just like everybody else, well, some people, because to others, a win-loss is very important, and right now I agree with them. My win-loss streak, my undefeated streak is very important. I will do whatever it takes to keep that undefeated streak alive. Even if I have to use dubious circumstances, I fucking will. In other words, if I have to use a last resort, like a roll-up pin, or an O'Connor roll or whatever, I will do that. But don't expect me to go on the deep end and try to get myself counted out or disqualified. I will try not to do that. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a good night. And I hope we have a damn good house show this Thursday, like we did on Tuesday. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the NXW champion who decided to let his feelings about his current situation in the company felt and known. Signing off.